She is currently alive. She's
Grog,
unconscious.
drag her over there.
And she's thankfully from the blast and the sheer force of it, part of the wound was cauterized, but she has been bleeding quite a bit on the run down here, and she would probably need some sort of.
Should I stabilize her?
Let's.
Wait, stabilize her first.
We're away from the fucking sacrifice area. Maybe we should just kill her.
I want to quickly check my gun. What is Lord Briarwood's name still on it?
You go and inspect the barrel. No, Silas Briarwood is currently erased from the barrel.
Let's hold off just a bit before we kill her.
I have some really dirty rags. Could I do a medicine check and try and stabilize her bleeding?
If you want
to. With dirty rags?
Gross.
An 18!
That's pretty good.
Do you have medicine skill?
0!
So yeah, as you guys are having this conversation, Grog comes over and like pulls out a model mass of really filthy rags from the bag of holding, probably used in various nose wiping circumstances
or other things.
But somehow,
oh, that's nasty.
But somehow manages to stop the bleeding and keep her relatively stable for the moment. Yeah.
Okay, and then I take her by the foot and I drag her on her face away from the group.
Okay.
And very gently, but still by her foot.
Okay. Double check, perhaps gag her as well.
Oh, right, yeah, she talks that shit, doesn't she?
I don't want her speaking, and she only has one arm, so magic's going to be tricky.
This kind of thing, but she can still talk. So.
Like, you say you wanted to cast Mass Cure Wounds, you said?
Yes. 26.
Can I tear a piece of fabric off of one of the 3 remaining fancy robes and I tie it around Lady Briarwood's mouth, but like, and and the cheeks up. She can't like really enunciate.
Okay. Yeah. So you go ahead and you pull it in, you gag her inside her mouth, and as you end up tying it, you can see one of her eyes kind of lulls open, and she kind of.
Oh shit! She's awake! I slap her. I slap her.
Roll strength.
Shit. 21?
Whack! Right across her face. You hear a resounding crack sound as it appears like some part of her cheekbone probably is going to be fairly bruised tomorrow, but she is straight to unconsciousness again.
If you were curious, she's still alive.
I can tell.
Is she just unconscious, or is she like...
She's still breathing.
Alright.
Updid bandages on her real good.
You go over to where Cassandra, you reset her down and have the conversation. You shake her gently, and eventually she comes to consciousness and kind of...
Yeah, gently.
Our eyes kind of roll around for a moment. She glances over at you and goes, Percy?
We will have a discussion later. In the meantime, do you know what that thing in there is, and how do we stop it?
Moving around and looking around the tunnel real fast at everyone. What happened? What's going on?
You betrayed some bitches, that's what you did.
I'm sorry.
I am going to slap her in the face. I need my sister back. Are you awake? Are you a terrible person? Do I want to strangle you right now?
Probably.
Good. Then we can work with this. They were building something down here. The Briarwoods are no longer a problem. They were building something. What do you know about it? It may be started. It seems to be affecting magic.
I don't know. All that I know about this is that they've been building it under the guidance of some other person or entity. They've referred to him many times as the Whispered One. They're very secretive about it. They mainly kept me to try and keep the people at bay. My job was to keep in contact with anyone who would attempt to rise against them, and inform them, or prevent any surprises.
If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Although apparently, and thankfully, I didn't do a very good job. And she looks around the room at the rest of you.
Can I just sort of check my history memory banks to see if I know anything about the Whispered One, or if that jogs any memory?
Roll a religion check, Mr.
Religion check. 20.
What? Natural 20?
No.
Damn it. I had a really strong reaction to that.
Oh.
Yes, the Whispers!
What? He's gone.
He's
Where is he?
whispering about the Whispers.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the pre-show days.
So excited.
It's not new, it's just been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, but he's on this side of the
None
table.
of us have rolled this well in so long.
We used to play it.
The Whispered One. Yeah, it draws I have a memory. I don't know where I learned of this knowledge. I am very old. But I did, at some point in my travels, I remember reading about something, a lich king?
Oh man.
A lich
Not
entity.
again.
Who wanted to be a god. And his name was Vecna, and they called him the Whispered One. That's all I remember. He tried to achieve great power, and I don't know if it was successful or not.
This entity known as Vecna, once a very powerful archlich, had once attempted to ascend to godhood and was supposedly halted in the process. A battle that occurred on another plane amongst heroes that were mostly, only a few came back from, but apparently stopped a very terrible thing. But that was hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
He made Silas of Empire?
You do know that, and Pike lays this too, in particular, Vecna is known as, for lack of a better term, kind of the patron saint or lesser god to those who worship as the deity of secrets. Dark secrets, things that wish to be kept out of the knowledge of most of the world at large. And these secrets are coveted.
Oh boy. Cassandra, does any of that sound familiar?
Lich entity.
Cassandra kind of shakes her head and says, honestly, I didn't know anything beyond the name. I just know that they were very close with this individual.
I've got a question. Do you care if I smash the shit out of Lady Briarwood's head now?
She glances over at her, and with a stern look on her face, she goes, someone needs to avenge my family. And for the first time, she looks over and makes eye contact with you. You feel a pulse in your hand, like a heartbeat. Boom. The gun itself seems warmer and warmer, and you guys all notice as a bit of smoke begins to billow out the sides of Percy's sleeves. You hear a familiar voice creep up in the back of your head. Percival.
I walk up to Lady Briarwood.
Yeah.
At your mercy.
I put my gun to Lady Briarwood's head.
Wait, Percy, you're gonna shoot an unarmed woman?
Hush.
Don't shoot an unarmed woman without...
Unarmed, she tried to kill us.
You changed the deal. Take her name off the gun.
The deal was never changed.
Who's he talking to?
The deal was made.
I pull the gun away. Things have changed. We need to talk.
All right.
Who's he talking to?
You made a great sacrifice for my gifts, Percival. Do not let it be in vain.
Did I even want revenge before I talked to you? Did I don't remember anymore. What does she die for? What do I even need? I want my country. I want my sister. I've killed 2 of those who have wronged me, and nothing is better. Nothing feels better. Nothing is avenged. What is this worth to you? And I put the gun back at her head.
Pull the trigger.
I take out my hammer.
Put it back. Put it to her. Put it back. Maybe I will.
You're placing the gun against your own head.
And back to hers.
Cassandra screams
Percival,
out.
don't!
Percy, no!
Don't do it! Percy, you can't!
I don't know what else to do!
Percival, don't do this.
No!
We made a deal.
That deal was a soft deal. It was a dream. It was a vision.
Your torment and thirst for revenge called me to your side.
What are visions if not a window into the future? You understand so little, Percival. Do not make me regret sharing this with you.
Deep down, you remember. Welcoming my help. Welcoming the rage that fueled you to create it. The weapon.
I need more from you. If you want anything from me, I don't trust you anymore. Besides, I put the gun to the hand of Lady Briarwood.
Missing hand?
And pull the trigger. The gun's broken anyway. I drop it. I'm not satisfied. I want my money back.
The smoke still billows out from you at this point.
It's actually also still around her, it occurs to me.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
20.
20. You feel that warm pulse that was in your hand earlier, that was coming from the gun. It pulses like a heartbeat in the hand that was holding it. And for a second, you feel like something just grabbed your wrist and slapped it away towards your back, reaching for where bad news is.
Which does work.
And then you rip control of your hand once again.
Delilah, you are going to die tonight. Whether or not it is a merciful, quick death, or a slow and agonizing one, controlled by something darker than I know, is entirely up to you.
I'll gladly send you to him.
How do we stop that thing?
Delilah, whose eyes are still kind of rolling after all the shouting that's been going on and is still coming to consciousness with the gag around her mouth, just kind of goes, and eyes dart around in fear. You can see like their makeup's run down her cheeks from her own lamenting over Silas's loss and the confusion over the ritual. And the fear all of a sudden turns to seething, burning hatred as they dart around. And then she can't talk with the...
I will mage hand to remove the gag from her.
I pull an arrow and aim it right at her head.
Yeah, I kind of start... I prep my fire hands.
I know the pain you're feeling right now. I know the rage. I know every moment of it, and I guarantee I can make it worse. I can make it so much worse. Fix this. Join your beloved.
As this is happening, the gag falls away from her mouth from the magic hand. She's glancing at you, and the smoke is now billowing up stronger to the point where you can barely see Percy's torso. You can see his head now. And as for a little bit of a view you have, his eyes have gone completely dark. There is just pitch black, completely encasing the entirety of his visible eye. You can see his feet still dangling beneath the smoke, and his feet are digging in tense into the ground.
Delilah, don't make me hurt you. Grog, be ready to restrain me.
I'm ready.
Percival Frederickstein, von Musel Kowalski de Rollo III. You will fight this monster inside of you.
Delilah's looking at you right now, and this kind of the anger and fury in her eyes clarified. She just kind of looks up and says, "You've already taken everything from me."
I really haven't.
Go ahead. You've taken my husband, and any hope of getting him back. What more could I lose?
You still have your sanity and your life. I will take your life tonight, but I can leave you your sanity.
Interesting. You seem to be struggling, Percy.
Okay, I'm gonna be an asshole. Fine.
No, your pain will linger.
Fine.
I'll shatter your ankles for my sister Vesper. Your hands belong to Julius. Each Tarolo will have their pound of flesh until I flay the skin from what's left of you.
Casting minor illusion.
Okay.
I'm changing my form into the screaming, writhing, slowly melting visage of Lord Briarwood.
Oh shit!
And I'm just going to scream in holy high hell in pain.
Okay. So, where once Percy's face existed, it twists into this shimmering apparition of Silas Briarwood, looking down at her as his face contorts into horrible screaming pain. The head rises up, and almost soundlessly he screams out as the flesh begins to melt from the bone. As it does, Percy's voice rings out in this cacophonous roar that shakes the cavern around you.
That pain you're feeling, I've felt for years. Don't think I've imagined every way to hurt you. I could spend years hurting you before you die.
Your suffering will be merely a taste of the pain you inflicted upon my family.
In ways you cannot imagine. Now, how do we stop it?
I don't know. I don't even know if it worked. We've been preparing for this ritual for 5 godforsaken years. All to repay a debt. And that's all. You forced us. It was too soon.
Why? Why was it too soon? What were you waiting for?
We were waiting for a particular date. There's a time each year in which the barriers between the realms glow. And grow very weak.
These symbols show the sky at a specific time and date. The solstice.
That's 5 days from now.
You recall Erevon's attempt, generations ago, to blur between the realm of ice and this one. What you call the Winter's Crest. Well, this is too early. And you saw our failure. He will not be happy, I imagine. And I still owe him for what he gave me. For what he gave us.
What did he give you?
At which point, your eyes well up with tears and she looks over. He gave me my Silas back. And you took him from me again. So do what you must do. I know I've paid my penance. And I know that no matter what steps you take now, it'll only drag you deeper into this dark hole you've drawn yourselves. And you'll hear me laughing.
No, I really won't. Knock her out again.
Oh, fine.
Make a strength check.
Oh shit!
19.
19?
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
You hear ting, 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 across some of the lower rocks as 2 of her teeth go scattering up the side of her mouth.
Collect them.
They're not pointy, right?
No.
Let's check her person for anything.
Oh, I will gladly do that for
Wait,
you.
hold on a second. Are you sure you don't want to smoke this bitch?
I do.
I check her person for anything.
I think we're just going to throw her into the acid pits. What's down with it?
Oh my God.
Let nothing remain.
Wait, what?
No, I don't feel...
What's the plan here, Percy? This is
I
your
go to retrieve his
hometown. What
pepper
are we
box off the
doing?
floor to give
Yeah,
it to
Percy,
him,
what-
and I try to sneak out a bullet.
They're different bullets. They won't
Does it
help
matter? I don't know that.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yes.
Do it.
3.
you. You break it further.
+2.
Okay, so 5. Go ahead.
The 3, with 3 in theory, is actually low enough to break it further.
Make a perception check.
+2 is 5.
Fine.
Natural
1. No, that's a 16.
So you watch as Scanlan kind of looks around, grabs it, picks it up, and the full barrel comes off of the gun.
I just sort of back away from it.
You realize he's got smoke billowing out of him right now.
Just sort of kick it off away to the corner.
Scanlan, give me the other gun.
Oh, it's on the floor right there.
The other gun.
You were talking to something out there. What was it? I was very scared. I'm a little man.
Just subject.
Who were you talking to?
I need another gun.
Are you gonna kill me?
I walk between them and say, Percy, what are we doing here? That woman deserves everything that is brought upon her, but what are we doing for Whitestone? What are we doing?
More importantly, what was that just now? Who were you talking to?
I don't know.
What?
Things have gotten a bit weird.
No! Percy, you cannot honestly tell us you don't know anymore.
I don't know.
We just watched you have a full-fledged conversation with yourself.
Did they not hear any of the voice?
Yeah, was he talking out loud?
Oh shit, I came off like a crazy person.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Are you like a crazy person?
Here's what I know.
We were trying to answer you for a little bit.
Here's what I know. Vecna is possibly, maybe on the loose, maybe coming back. We know that this ritual has been started, and we don't know whether killing her is going to end it or not. So I propose that we start leaving right away.
Things are complex, and I don't trust myself to take her life. I'm in over my head.
Do you need someone else to do it for you?
Yeah, she's
I don't know
worthless.
if that will help.
She almost killed Vex. She didn't kill Vax. We gotta fucking do something with her.
This thing wants her dead, and the only thing I can think to do is to say no.
This thing?
That's true. Vecna.
What thing?
Vecna.
Thing in my head.
Your thing.
What thing is that,
I
Percival?
don't know.
Well, start fucking talking, Percival, because we will watch you talk to yourself for 5 straight minutes, and we're not gonna deal with it for much longer.
Sorry, Percy, I'm with
I had a dream. It was a dream where I was offered a means to revenge. This is as new to me as anyone.
With Percy's inner demon now vying for control of his body, there is only one thing that Vox Machina can do: help Percy fight to regain whatever part of his soul is left to be salvaged. Stay tuned to the next episode, where Percy's demon, Orthax, finally makes his appearance and tries one last desperate attempt to corrupt Percy completely. And with that, we draw this episode to a close. I tried a little different editing style in this one. Let me know what you think of it down below in the comments, and thank you for taking the time to watch this. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. And if you could, hit that like button. Make this video a bit more visible to the wider audience and help me pump up those sub numbers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work on the Orthax battle. As always, my name is JudgementFish, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.